Hello everybody, today we are doing more shogi. It shouldn't be that much of a surprise at this point. Let me probably first wait for a game. I'm doing rated on my main today. I have been studying engine Kifus for the past about 2 hours now. I've had it on a Twitch stream in the background, just listening to it while I study engine stuff. And I'm feeling good, So we're gonna do a 5-minute 30. See if there's anyone on who wants to play that. I see a 10:30 here, which would work out pretty well. But again, today is a Sunday. Oh, perfect. Okay. Well, the game is beginning. Today is a Sunday. How was your weekend? How is it going, everybody? I know my game yesterday was not the most thrilling, but I will say I watched. I did the engine analysis for the YouTube video yesterday, that Kifu. I was up the entire game until I sacked my bishop. Spoiler alert for that game. As soon as I sacked my bishop, the engine got very, very mad at me. So we learned our lesson there. Now we know that if we're in a safe position, we should just stay in a safe position and play slow. Instead of trying to rush everything. I have a really impatient attitude. That's why I play Urishino. And realizing that I have that impatient attitude, I need to take it more slow, Shogi is a strategy game. Don't do anything crazy. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Just sit back. If you have a cool play, you have a cool play. But yeah, this is all typical Urishino stuff. I'm also thinking about cutting down the thinking times. I'm gonna try that for this video. Actually, now that I think about it, I've been wanting to do that. So I'm gonna cut down on the thinking times. Starting now, every single time I would just sit there thinking and not saying anything, I'm just gonna edit it out. That way I don't have to keep talking and I can actually sit there thinking, and it's less just watching for you guys. It keeps it more entertaining. But let me know what you think. Let's do silver there. We got gold up right next to the bishop. Good defense on this side. King in the center is kind of annoying. There is opposing rook shenanigans I can do here, which I'm actually really thinking about doing, especially if his king's right here. I'm really thinking about playing opposing rook. You may ask, how are you going to do that? Well, I play central. Let's bring bishop back, because we're going to have to anyway. Let's not bring bishop back. Let's play central. Let's have fun with it. Engine would want me to open up my bishop diagonal. I just gotta think in my head, what would the engine do? What the hell is this? Okay, the engine would play central rook. And this bring my bishop here puts pressure on their rook pretty early, which is nice. But now I can bring up that. Now they can always pick this, so we're gonna scoot rook over for now. I want to do knight up. Knight up here does work. I'm just gonna play central because I don't know what this structure is. Their bishop's not open yet. I genuinely don't know what's going on. If he's gonna pick this pawn, that's fine with me. It's just, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of too slow. It allows me to castle a lot better than what they're doing. And I'm just going to switch to opposing here. This is primitive central rook, by the way. So in the thumbnail, I will have the Ginshi Bogin picture from Shogi Wars, which is one of my favorite strategies to play. I think I've played it before on my YouTube channel. I know I've played Ginshi Nakabisha quite a bit. Did I say Ginshi Bogin? I meant... Man, what am I thinking of? I know I've played Gokugen Nakabisha. That's what I mean. Ginshi Nakabisha means primitive central rook. That's my bad. Yeah, we'll push the edge. Don't let them double push. I'm trying to think, what would the engine do? And honestly, it's kind of relaxing. Am I doing what the engine would do? No, not right now. Not in the opening. The engine doesn't play messy stuff like this. But I'm trying to think, if this pawn push was here, yeah, the engine would definitely push. The engine would push this pawn randomly. Why? I don't know. But it's just a good move. Like, edge pawn pushes are so strong. And it's pretty much always good to push back. Not always. Not always. It's very interesting. Okay. They finally decided to move. Rook back. Typical stuff. Their rook's not going to go back here. So, knowing that, let's scoop my king over. It's a lot safer. But knowing that, my rook can go here pretty safely. Because their rook can't go here. Yeah, now that pawn pick might have been a mistake on their part. How are they going to develop their rook? Like that? Let's just make half Mino here. Ah. This is so weird. Okay. Let's think. If they push up silver... I mean, they can push silver here, right? Is that what they're wanting to do? If they push up silver... I push no. They push up silver. Then I push up silver here. That way my bishop has a retreat. This guy's still protected. Silver up here is good defense on the head. Because silver here is annoying. Now if I back up, then he just does silver here, and then all of a sudden I have nothing here. This is weird. This is weird. I don't know what to do. Because silver here is just kind of it's an obnoxious climb. Okay, engine brain. Think. Think, what would the engine do? Honestly, probably silver back. Honestly, silver back. Because if they do silver here, I can back up. And they can't do silver here anymore because if they take, I take. And it's fine. Silver back. Look at me go. Look at me go, little engine boy. To clarify, I'm not using an engine. I just want to clarify that. Don't ever use an engine. While 81 Dojo is open, y'all can actually see my tabs that I have open. While 81 Dojo is open, don't even have an engine up if you're playing. If you're spectating and you want to do cool spectating engine stuff, that's fine. But don't ever have an engine open with 81 Dojo, even if you're not using it. It's just not a good look. Don't ever do it. Bishop back to here is pretty strong. Bishop back here kind of traps my king a little bit. Bishop back here is fun. Bishop back here blocks my rook. Let's just do bishop back here. Yeah, now what? Do they take my knight? Like, what's their plan? Oh. Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's fine with me. A lot of pressure here. Now there's two options, because right now they take, I take, they take, I take, they take, and then they have a promoted rook and all these pieces. So if I do my bishop here, they trade, I take, they can no longer do that bishop drop, and it allows pressure with my bishop. I kind of like bishop trading in situations like this. That's why ideally, I want to do bishop, because if I do rook over here, it kind of traps my rook. Ideally, I do bishop here, hope for a trade. This silver's not going anywhere now. Bishop trade? Bishop trade, question mark? Yes, please. Okay. I guess there, instead of offering the bishop trade, I could have pushed up pawn. But then if they push up pawn, and then if I take that, then it goes really bad. This works though. This works plenty fine. I've never seen this, castle before this. Is this central house? Is that what it is? I mean, now I can push pawn here. If they push up, we have options. I think this is called central house, but central house is kind of weird. I don't know what this is, to be honest. It's like duck, but it's not duck, and I think it's central house. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. I don't like being wrong about things, but I do like to be corrected so I can fix it in the future. I'd really like to start my attack, but this is a game of patience right now. If I just push willy-nilly, the bishop goes here and there's nothing I can do about it. I think pushing here is pretty solid. If they push up pawn to counteract, that's very bad because it's on the head of their king. Dropping bishop here was kind of a strange decision. I honestly have bishop here. Put pressure on the center if I do knight up. Now if they do silver up, it's dead, so maybe not bishop there. Maybe I push edge first. If I'm gonna do something like that, I push edge first as a defense. They do silver, I take with knight, but this gold is hanging. This knight can't move. They know that. Okay. I actually don't like that knight can't move. Taking away from the center. Huh. Huh. That's really interesting, actually. I had bishop drop there, forking. I guess rook could have just scooted over, but this rook, very frustrating to me right now. No pressure on the center. It makes me really want to push. They take. This knight is pinned because this gold is hanging. I don't really have to worry about this. There's no reason this knight would move. If this rook scoots over, I have bishop drop here. I have no pawns, so a convenient way. Push. Take with pawn. I was going to push edge pawn because I do like the idea of bishop here later, and edge pawn's going to help that. This is a move targeting this pawn, but if that's the case, then I can just push. Take. Then they have a steady climb up the center, but if I have the edge, I have bishop drop here. Putting pressure here. Take. Don't like that this gold is hanging. I kind of just want to scoot it over, but then it ruins my strategy here. Let's push the edge pawn like I wanted to. This is such a weird attack. Okay. Now we have bishop drop here, though. Which if they scoot, I take. They take, and then where does my bishop go? It could go down to here, honestly. Take. They don't have a bishop drop. It puts defense here. Kind of like that. I push. They take. I don't need to push just yet. This is so weird. Who plays Central House? And why? What are the combos here? If I drop bishop here, they scoot, and then that's pressure here. Which isn't exactly a problem, because that's still pretty solid. I have bishop drop here, honestly, and then if they pawn drop, I can back up. They have silver defense here now. Bishop drop here is kind of what I'm favoriting, just because it protects the gold, it targets the rook, it targets this pawn. They take with they can't take with silver just yet. Their rook's in danger. I like this castle though. This is a good game. I'm having to think a lot. I feel like I'm playing. Okay, think. Are you gonna not take my bishop? Are you gonna not? Why are you highlighting over the silver? No, he's just highlighting to distract me. Let's think. Rook, we have pressure on the center. He's gonna take. I have rook drop here. If they pawn, I just take, and then if they pawn, I get a silver. Rook drop here is pretty strong, honestly. If they take, I take. If rook drop here is pretty solid. It does kind of trap my own rook though, but it's a nice fork. Rook drop here, because they can't defend both the knight and the silver, and I get a silver out of it and get pressure on this hanging pawn. I think I'm gonna do rook drop here. That was a weird decision they made, but let's focus up. There's the pawn. Yeah, take it. Okay, let's make sure rook drop here works. Rook. If they take, I take. Rook drop here, even if they pawn, and they can't really do anything. Is okay. I'm sticking with my gut here. You know what do they do? They can't have my rook promote. Now if they take here, I take, that's not mate yet. Like I need generals. So it's not worth it to promote here without dealing with the silver first. I think dealing with the silver is especially important. I think he's going to take the knight, put pressure on all these pieces, which is a smart move. Although taking the knight puts pressure on the gold. I like, if they take here, I take that. That's pressure on the gold before they even have pressure on my gold, which is a lot stronger, and then I can take the silver. No, I think it's worth it to promote to the knight here. I take it back. I take it back on my stance because this gold is hanging. Yeah, exactly. Now this rook's kind of trapped, but it's also on defense, so that's kind of cool. Now what do they have in store here? This rook is defending this pawn. Now if silver takes here, I can take this pawn, still put pressure on the gold. I can take a lot of pawns here. That allowed me to keep up my attack in the center because a lot of pressure. Unnecessary pressure on this pawn. I don't have much time to think, but this rook's not going anywhere. It got its job done. We're gonna defend with the silver on this pawn. I kind of regret that. I should have just let this pawn go. But if they take with silver here, I can take with rook. I don't know, I should just let this pawn go, to be honest, but the Byoyomi was scaring me. I just want my rook activated. I should just do pawn up, I guess. I can do pawn up. Man, I want pawns. I just want pawns right now. I can attack this knight. I do pawn up. I mean, I take. Bam. I'm gonna take. If I do knight up, they can take, I take. Even trade so far. I need pawns. I just desperately need pawns. They take, I take, trade, silver. Let's do knight trade. This Byoyomi is really screwing me up, but it's also going to screw him up, ideally. And now what do they do? There's this nice diagonal to get my lance, but my rook's on the back row, which is really nice. I have knight here, putting pressure here. I have pawn, pawn. I have bishop drop on this diagonal if the silver moves. Okay, they give me a silver. That's going to be a silver exchange. I take. They take. I have. Now I have knight drop here. Which is pretty decent, because how do they defend here? I don't have pawns yet again. Can we put pressure on this pawn? We do... Like, bishop drop here doesn't really work. Bishop drop here is just going to trade and bad. Knight here, does that work? We don't have much of a choice to find out. Not with this timer. Okay. Now if I do bishop drop, they can't really block here unless it's with a knight, and then I do silver. Bishop drop works. Because this pawn is too slow. Bishop drop here honestly works. Now that they've used their silver drop and it's not directly attacking my knight, I think silver here might have been better. If they knight drop here, it's just silver drop here.
20秒。
See, that's why I wish I had pawns. That's exactly why I wish I had pawns, because I'd rather pawn
10
drop here.
秒。 20秒。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Okay, does that even do anything? Them wasting tempo to take my knight is fine.
10秒。
Like, I could do that, put silver on the head, then back up the king like that, honestly. Which would work out pretty well, but I already have...
20秒。 1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
That sounds fun. I can just take here. I have silver drop here, though. And if they run here... And we'll just take this now. I'd rather have this pressure so the king can't run here. Does that work? I scoot, put pressure on the bishop.
10秒。
And I take... They pawn drop?
20秒。 1、2、3、4。
Pressure on the bishop. They can do knight here, but then I just take the bishop. Okay. Not sure if that works, because if they take my bishop, then I get their bishop, and it's just a bishop exchange, and I got a gold out of it. Okay. And they gave me a knight. Like, it's not like I lost too many pieces there. They gave me a knight. Okay, I think I have bishop drop.
10秒。
We have lots of moves here. We have rook, drag king away. Rook swing over is really strong.
2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Interesting. Like, I have rook swing over,
10秒。
then I have bishop drop. We'll just scoot the rook over, act like we're trying to run or something, I don't know. If they take my lance, it's way too slow, way too slow. They don't have a knight drop here, it doesn't work because I have a gold here anyway.
10秒。
If they take my lance, I have bishop drop here. If they run here, it's promotion. Let me make sure there's no better option. A silver just runs up. Bishop drop here is pretty strong.
10秒。
I have gold. If he runs up, I mean, I have promotion. Gold down. I have take. He
10
takes.
秒。 1、2、
Gold here is solid. I know it's not the right move.
6。
Silver here is solid too. Because he can't take it. Silver here is actually pretty solid. He can't take it. It's mate with gold on the head. Think like the engine. Just think like the engine.
10秒。
I just studied like a pro 8-dan engine. I just gotta focus up. I think if I study engine analysis like every single day,
10秒。
I think that would greatly improve my play. Okay, now we take, get my rook activated, and now it's looking bad for him. It's looking very bad.
3、4、5、6。
Okay, that's to defend his king here, but what if I do gold here? If he runs, I take. If he runs again, I have knight. Gold here is solid. I could even promote here if he takes, I take, he takes. I have gold drop, run gold drop.
2。
And that's mate. Dude, holy crap. I need to study engines more often. Holy crap. Holy crapola. Holy crap. This was the best game on my channel so far. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. GG's. GG's. Oh, that feels good. I've been playing kind of bad lately in these YouTube videos. That was a good one. Wow. GG's, everyone. Goodbye. Have a great Monday, Sunday, whatever. Bye.